You are welcome back. This is the Dr. Abimbola Onifade. In this video, we'll be looking at the problems and the way out of type 2 diabetes and other diet-related diseases like hypertension, polycystic ovarian syndrome, fatty liver, and so on and so forth that we are dealing with in this program. Now, the flow is from wrong diets and sedentary lifestyle. The pathway to diabetes and other diet-related diseases from wrong diet and sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle simply means a lifestyle of physical inactivity, and this happens with or without genetic predisposition. Wrong diet and sedentary lifestyle leads to insulin overproduction, which eventually leads to insulin resistance, which is the main problem we have to deal with. As a matter of fact, the reason why you are not seeing much improvement, or the reason why you are still not being able to deal decisively with this problem, is because the main problem has not been fixed, which is insulin resistance. This leads to type 2 diabetes and other diet-related diseases that we are dealing with. So, we are dealing with the main problems we are dealing with in this program is not just high blood sugar, as in the case of diabetes, or just high blood pressure, as in the case of hypertension, or whatever clinical or laboratory parameter you might have for any other diet-related disease. The main problem we are dealing with is insulin resistance, but we are dealing with insulin resistance by dealing with all of these problems together. For instance, once we start dealing with the problem of diet, it's going to be impacting the problem of insulin resistance. Once we deal with the problem of weight, sedentary lifestyle, insulin overproduction, it impacts greatly on the problem of insulin resistance. And that is why those who have been joining this program have been having remarkable improvement, and that is why many are off medication and many will still be off medication, simply because we are dealing with the problem right from the root. Once you focus on problems like high blood sugar, you're only focusing on the symptom. Just like when you have infection and you focus on the fever without treating what is causing the infection, of course you might congratulate yourself that the fever is going away, but very soon the fever will come in a bigger way again. Why? You have not dealt with what is causing the fever. So we have been dealing with the problem of high blood sugar for many years without necessarily dealing with the problem that is causing the high blood sugar. And congratulations for being part of this program, because we are going to be dealing with everything together. Now, what is our big picture for this program? What are we working towards, and what are our other goals? The big picture for this program includes to get you off medication, and the second big picture is to resolve the problem of food addiction. Because even if you are able to deal with the problem, if you are able to get you off medication and you have not resolved the problem of food addiction, you are going to be back to where you are coming from. Now, I give an example using the parameters for diabetes. The big picture is to keep your fasting blood sugar less than 100 milligram per dl or 5 millimole per liter. The number is usually between 70 to 99 to 99. So we want to keep the blood sugar within this range, less than 100 milligram or 5 millimole per liter. Then 2 hours after your first meal, 2 hours after meal, we want to keep it less than 140 milligram or 7.8 millimole per liter. Then we want to keep your glycosylated hemoglobin, known as hemoglobin H1C, hemoglobin A1C, less than 4. We want to keep it between 4 to 5.6% always. So that's our goal. So you can extrapolate and relate this to hypertension, for instance. And I want to keep your high blood sugar. We want to keep your blood pressure in the normal range as well. That's the simple explanation to it. And if there is any other diet-related disease that has laboratory parameters, the goal for this program is to keep those parameters at the normal range and to help you see clinical improvement and see improvement within your body as well. That is the big picture for this program, and trust me, you are going to see that improvement. The other goals is to help in preventing complications. And if you already have any form of complication like a neuropathy, like erectile dysfunction, to deal with it to the best you can achieve. So want to help you. Usually when you deal with what is causing a problem, the problem is resolved, or at least is not going to progress. So if you already have any form of complication, what you can be rest assured of is that once you're able to deal with what is causing this problem, the complication will get better. You will improve, even if it is not completely resolved, depending on what the complication is. But just stay tuned, because we will be dealing with this as we progress in this program. But the first way to deal with it is to first of all deal with what is causing it. Then we want to prevent chronic diseases, because you might just have one problem now. There are many other ones that could set in, but through this program we'll be able to prevent a lot of chronic diseases that are common, because most of these chronic diseases are related to diet. Then we want to help you be in healthy weight, because some people are thin outside but they are fat inside. So we want to help you. You might look at yourself and be like, oh, but I'm not fat, so what healthy weight again do I need to be? Sometimes fat is actually clogging your organs. Like some people have fat in their liver, some people have fat all around the pancreas and some organs in the body. So which is not supposed to, where fat is not supposed to be. So you might be thin outside, but you are really fat inside. And one of the indications that you are fat inside is if you have any of these diet-related disease and you are still not fat outside, you are likely fat inside. Then I want to quickly tell you about good and bad weight loss, because some people might have experienced weight loss, and this might be scary to hear that you need to lose weight. Now, when you have diabetes, one of the signs that many people first of all notice, even though there are many other warning signs right from time, is that they discover that they are losing weight. Usually when you lose up to 4 to 5 kg within 6 months without any effort involved, you are not making any dietary effort, you are not making any effort regarding exercise, you are doing business as usual, nothing has really changed, but you discover that you are going down in your weight, it calls for attention. And many people that have diabetes, this is one of the things they first of all noticed, even though the other signs had been there for a long time. So let's compare healthy weight loss and pathologic weight loss and see how weight loss can help you. Healthy weight loss is purposeful and personal effort is involved. Like you're on this program now, it's largely dietary and it involves physical activities as well. You are going to experience weight loss. Either you are fat outside and fat inside and you experience obvious weight loss, or you are thin outside and fat inside and you begin to lose the fat inside first, and possibly you don't quickly notice any weight loss, or your weight still stabilizes. You are going to experience healthy weight loss, whichever way. So this is purposeful and for healthy weight loss, it is purposeful and personal effort is involved. Why for pathologic weight loss? Pathologic means disease condition. There is no effort involved at all. Also, healthy weight loss makes you healthier. Some people that has been experiencing pains all over feels better. Some people that have been finding it difficult to sleeps better. Some people that have always been struggling with depression discover that depression is gone, or at least reduced drastically. So this makes you healthier. Healthy weight loss makes you healthier, and that's one of the things you achieve by being part of this program. Compare it with pathologic weight loss, which is due to underlying conditions. So this does not make you healthier, it makes you sick. That's pathologic weight loss. You are losing weight and you are sick at the same time. It shows that there is a problem going on. Also, healthy weight loss is gradual and can be controlled. Why pathologic weight loss is rapid weight loss and you cannot control it. For instance, in healthy weight loss, it gets to a point that your body stabilizes and you are not losing weight anyhow. Whereas in pathologic weight loss, you just keep on losing weight. There is no limit. It can't be stabilized. That is the problem. So somebody who had been experiencing pathologic weight loss as a result of diabetes, when they come on this kind of a program and you tell them they might still experience weight loss, they get worried, because one of the questions they are asking in the first place is that what can I do to get back on good weight? Now, what I will advise you is, I'll first of all let you understand why you are losing weight in diabetes. In diabetes, there is an hormone called insulin. Insulin is responsible for taking glucose from the bloodstream into different cells of the body that will utilize this glucose for energy. So what happens in diabetes is that at a particular time, you have a problem called insulin overproduction. And this happens because your system is flooded with glucose, too much for the normal amount of insulin that will take this glucose into the right organs, into the right cells of the body that needs it. And what happens? More insulin will be produced, and this can force the glucose into the cells of the body. Then over time, the cells of the body shut themselves completely against the action of insulin, such that even though more insulin is being released into your bloodstream, it is not enough to take the glucose from the bloodstream to different cells of the body. I hope you understand that. So we can make this analogy for it. The cells of the body versus insulin. Insulin is like the big boss that instructs the cells of the body to receive glucose. At a time, let's say there is just one big boss and just orders the cells of the body, take this glucose. Then the cells of the body do not want more glucose again. Then the big boss sends signal and asks for more buses to be released. Then insulin, assuming insulin to be a human being now, like a police officer, becomes 2 or 3 police officers, and they can force the cells of the body to receive the glucose even though the cells does not want it, by force. What happens again? At the time the cells of the body, let's assume again that the cells mobilizes itself as well and gathers more energy against these 3 policemen. They send for signal again, and more officer is being released. Then this officer forces the cells of the body to receive insulin again. Then it gets to a point that the cells of the body do not even care again. The cells just locks the door and locks it permanently, whatever is going to happen. This is at the point when we say the cells of the body becomes insulin resistant. Even if it is not, and this description is not entirely perfect, it gives you a picture of what is going on between insulin and the cells of the body. So at this point we said that the cells of the body has become insulin resistant. Then more and more insulin will still be released, with the aim that this insulin will drive glucose into the bloodstream. So what happens? You don't only have excess blood glucose in your bloodstream, you also have excess insulin in your bloodstream. This is what we call insulin overproduction. And because the cells of the body are no longer tolerating the insulin, this is what we call insulin resistance. And when this happens, your body interprets it as if you have not eaten, because the cells are not receiving the glucose they need for energy. So you feel weak within your body, and what happens? There is signal all around for you to eat more. Hence, people that have diabetes eat a lot because they are always hungry. Why? The cells of the body is not getting the required glucose. So you continue eating, and the more you eat, the more glucose that is being released within your body, especially when you eat wrong diet with a very high glycemic index. So this is what happens. After that is happening, you are eating a lot and you are having a lot of sugar within your body. Then your body interprets it as if you are not eating again, because this glucose that is being released into your body is not even being utilized. Then the body starts to make glucose from extra sources, from fat stores and from muscles within your body. What happens? You begin to lose weight, and you lose weight gradually. So this is the problem. Now, how do we compare it when we are talking about healthy weight loss? Because you might already have this pathologic weight loss. How do we compare it? What happens is that when you come on a program like this and we are able to guide you on what exactly you are supposed to do and we give you support, what will happen is that the cells of the body will gradually become sensitive to insulin. I hope you understand that now. Now, when the cells of the body become sensitive to insulin, these glucose that have been locking around will be utilized by the cells. So there will not be the kind of demand that has been happening before to rapidly break down your muscles and your fats. And if after you have stabilized, if anything were broken down, it will not be your muscle again, it will be fat. And if this happens, it now helps insulin to become even more sensitive. So this dynamics is very interesting, and it is entirely different from what you might have been experiencing when you have a pathologic weight loss. So that might not be perfect enough. I will still labor more in future to explain better, but I think you understand from the analogy. So on this program, once you are making effort, your body first of all stabilize, and if you are going to lose weight at all, it's going to be a healthy weight loss, and you'll see improvement within your body. I need to say again that one of the approach as well is to mop up the excess insulin that have already built up within your system. So we mop it out, and also we work on helping you such that the insulin becomes sensitive again, and we follow dietary and lifestyle modification approach. Now, for you to know, to be able to monitor weight loss, you need to understand what we call body mass index. Body mass index is weight in kilogram over height in meter square. Sorry, I was supposed to include it in this. Weight in kilogram over height in meter square. There is difference between height in meter square from height in feet. So when you are sending a data regarding your height to us, please try as much as possible to convert it to meter square and not in feet, so that we can be able to calculate your body mass index easily. So weight over height square, and you can do this by yourself as well. Body mass index is weight over height square. Some other parameters you can use include waist circumference and waist to hip ratio, but I would not be talking about that now. We will still consider this in the future because it is very important as well. But we will be talking about body mass index for now. Weight over height square. If you don't know how to get your height square, just times your height by itself. So if your height in meter is, for instance, 1.75, then multiply 1.75 by 1.75. That is the height in meter square. Then divide it by whatever value you have for weight in kilogram. You'll get your body mass index. So any value lower than 18.5 is underweight. When your body mass index is lower than 18.5, that is underweight. Between 18.5 to 24.9 is normal, and this is our goal. While between 25 to 29.9 is overweight. Then body mass index between 30 to 34.9 is obesity, while body mass index of 35 or over is very obese. So our goal now is to ensure that your body mass index is between 18.5 and 24.9. So if you are anywhere within this range, you don't need to worry. For instance, let's say you have lost some weight before and you are still 22 or 23. You don't need to worry even if you lose a little more weight, because this is still healthy and it's going to help you to become healthier. I hope this helps you a lot, and I hope this provides a good foundation for you. Now, all I just need you to do is to follow this program carefully. It is guaranteed to help you. The most important thing and our most important focus is to help you to be off your medication through this program. And like I always like to say, the worst case scenario will be that you will significantly improve. But having said that, more than 90% of those who had come on this program are so far are completely off medication, and most of the people that I know on similar programs that are focused on this goal are also doing well. So you don't have anything to worry about, because this is going to be extremely helpful. You are going to get significantly better at least. And the first thing you will notice as you partake of this program is that you will improve. After you improve, you will get significantly better. And after you get significantly better, you'll be able to successfully reverse these diet-related diseases that we have been talking about. Thank you for taking our time to listen once again. I'll see you in the next video.